The person with the negative attitude focuses on what's missing, whereas the person with the positive attitude counts his or her blessings. Hey everyone, this is Tanya. Welcome to Novel Chit Chat. So today we'll be talking about another self-help book, that is Attitude is Everything by Jeff Keller. So this book says that your attitude towards something matters a lot in your life. It's like change your attitude and change your life. Here, Jeff Keller says that you should consider the attitude of a small child who's learning to walk. When he stumbles or falls down, what does he do? I'll tell you what he doesn't do. He doesn't frown or blame the carpet. He doesn't point fingers at his parents for giving him wrong directions. He doesn't quit no matter what. He just smiles, gets up again, and make another attempt and another. He keeps going for weeks and weeks with positive attitude until he gets it right. So you should also learn from this that instead of blaming the situations and circumstances around you, you should keep trying again and again until you achieve that goal. Never lose hope due to the failures you face in your life. The only thing you need to do is improve your attitude so you could see the things more clearly. The main reason why some people succeed while others fail is their thoughts, as we become what we think about. If you constantly think about a particular goal, then you will take step towards that goal automatically. Your attitude is everything. For example, if you have a mindset of earning rupees 20 lakhs per annum, then you will automatically attract those employment opportunities that will move you forward in the same direction. So make sure to use positive words around yourself. So for the next 6 months, start thinking positively, and here you go. A positive belief system is the starting point for the achievement of any goal. So this was all about how your thoughts and beliefs works. So now we'll be talking about how you can do this, like how to stay positive. So here are the 2 steps to help you become more positive and get the results you want. Step 1. Every day read some positive uplifting literature. Find 20 to 30 minutes in the morning to do this, and it's also a good idea to do some reading right before bed. There are literally so many motivational books and articles to choose from. Read whatever makes you happy. It could be the Bible or other spiritual material, any biography or anything. Just read it out. Step 2. Every day listen to any motivational audio program or motivational podcast. You can listen to them in your car while traveling, at home, or during your workout session, like anytime. The key is repetition. When you hear the same messages over and over, they become part of you, and you begin to implement them to improve your life. They will get you thinking about your attitude and other success principles on a daily basis. So if you read and listen to something positive and motivational every day, it will make a phenomenal difference in your life. Like, positive thinking doesn't mean you won't have any more problems. Believe me, you will have plenty of setbacks along the way. However, if you continue to believe in yourself, you will overcome those obstacles nicely. Like, if you can dream it, you can do it. Moving on to the next thing, according to the author of this book, the key to getting what you want is the willingness to do whatever it takes to accomplish your objective. So exactly what do I mean by this willingness is it's a mental attitude that says if it takes 100 steps to reach my goal, I'll take those 100 steps. If it takes 1,000 steps to reach my goal, I'll take those 1,000 steps. So it is important because initially you won't know exactly how many steps will be required to reach your goal. Right, so be ready to face challenges and work for it. So next thing that you need to focus on is to watch your words. Like, your words matters a lot because the word you consistently select or listen will shape your destiny. You need to be positive with your words. You can't keep repeating negative words and expect to be a higher achiever. Have you ever wondered when someone asks, "How are you?" what do you say? Your answers is usually no more than a few words, and yet that short response tells a lot about you and your attitude. I have observed that the responses to "How are you" are basically classified into 3 categories, that is negative, mediocre, and positive. Negative responses when someone asks "How are you" be like terrible, I am tired, it's not my day, don't ask, and so on. Mediocre responses be like I am okay, not too bad, could be worse, fine, etc. And positive responses be like fantastic, great, excellent, I'm on the top of the world, etc. So now just think about it once. Do you really want to spend a lot of time with someone who thinks that life is not that bad? Is that the person you want to do business with? On the other hand, those who use positive words like excellent, fantastic, amazing have a bounce in their step and you feel a little better just by being around them. A smile is an inexpensive way to improve your looks, right? So do remember, if you hang around 5 confident people, you will be the 6th. If you hang around 5 intelligent people, you will be the 6th. And if you hang around 5 idiots, you will be the 6th. So moral of the story, ask yourself, who are you hanging around? Now, here it doesn't mean to give up on the negative people. It's more about maintaining your perspective and having control over your attitude, regardless of people, situation, and circumstances around you. Next thing that you need to learn is confront your fears and grow. Do the things you fear, and the death of fear is certain. This is important because if you want to be successful, you must be willing to be uncomfortable. Each of us has a comfort zone, a zone of behavior that is familiar to us and where we feel comfortable and safe. Most common fears that many people have is of public speaking, hearing the word no or having their ideas rejected, changing jobs or starting their own business, fear of failure, etc. So from today, you need to face your fears confidently and start winning. Running away from your fear is a losing strategy or a bad game. So stretch yourself, confront your fears, and be willing to expand your comfort zone. It's a decision you will never regret. So this was all about today's video. Conclusion is to change your circumstances. First, start thinking differently. Ideas in this book is a lot like The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy, and I have already posted the video on the same, link in the description below, so do check. Thank you and subscribe to this channel if not yet.